Hey, did you see the article in the Mail Online, or on the Mail Online, about the birthday show yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
It's a non-story.
Oh my, it's a non-story? Yeah. Are you kidding me? It's just cutting-edge journalism at its very best. As the Levenson inquiry rolls on, it's this kind of journalism that maybe all newspapers should be adhering to. If you haven't seen it, it's like a, well, I don't really know what it is. It's kind of like a review of the birthday show.
Nice photos, though.
Wrapped up in a flicking the V's at me. And I haven't been slagged off by the Mail for a while, so it's kind of nice to be back in the saddle of the Mail Online. I'll read. It's written by Lucy Buckland, who, I don't know Lucy.
Love
but
Lucy.
If you know Lucy, send her our best and congratulate her on her article. There are a few errors in it, which I feel I should point out. Let me read it. Time for Radio 2, ? Breakfast DJ Chris Moyles, 38, come on Lucy, celebrates his birthday with teenagers One Direction. For most men in their late 30s, One Direction will be an instruction read out by their sat-nav. But if you're Radio 1 DJ Chris Moyles, not only do you know One Direction are the hottest new teenage band around, which is something my mother would say, by the way, but you also get the honour of having them come to your birthday party, even if you're 38. Again, whatever. And the grumpy breakfast show DJ only looks slightly uncomfortable as his birthday party live at BBC Maida Vale Studios took a decisive lurch to that of a much younger music lover, implying that you could only like a teenage band if you are indeed a teenager, which statistically is obviously wrong. And then there's a few pictures of the boys, and then there's me. Which way is the party? Moyles arrives looking rather more formal than a lot of his other younger guests. No, I didn't. I arrived in jeans and a T-shirt and a jacket. But in Moyles' defence, the bash was organised by Radio 1 staff, no, the producers of the show, and the choice of entertainment may not have been his top choice. It was a surprise, so I actually had nothing to do with it. You would have known that if you listened. Perhaps bosses didn't, booked the 64-piece orchestra, it was a BBC concert orchestra, and jingle singers to take the edge off the team band fest. No, because
it's the contrast.
They were only they were the only teenage band. JLS are not teens. Yeah. Pixie's not a teen, but whatever. Pixie Lott and various radio senders, including Sarah Cox, also showed up at the party, who evened the average age up a little, although Coxie did jump out of a giant cake, which doesn't seem to have any relevance on anything. And then there's another picture of me. Moyles arrives at his birthday bash suited and booted. No, I didn't. That was clear if you listened to the show. Although the so-called saviour of Radio 1 does not actually turn 38 until Wednesday, he took to Twitter to explain Maida Vale was actually booked up, so the team managed to get everything ready for this morning. Not true. It wasn't just a superstar guest which made Moyles smile. Just 2 weeks ago, he signed a £1 million 3-year contract to carry on with the Radio and Breakfast Show. No, I didn't. Despite his mature years, it doesn't seem like Chris Moyles much fancies moving over to the Radio 2 when he finally leaves the station. How do you know this? The loudmouth star launched a verbal attack against fellow DJ Steve Wright and Dermot O'Leary, and an unprovoked verbal attack on tonight's Alan Carr Chatty Man earlier this month. No, I didn't. Is it tonight or is it early this month? Actually, it's neither. Sitting on the sofa of the chat show, Moyles ranted about former radio presenter Steve, calling him completely crackers, totally nuts, weird and utterly bonkers. I wasn't slagging him off. It wasn't a verbal attack. I was joking about Steve, saying how great he is and how bonkers he is. It was also edited out the show and never actually made it to air. There have been rumours that the star was considering a move away from the BBC last year, rumours started by newspapers, when he had an on-air meltdown. I didn't have a meltdown, and slated bosses. I wasn't really slating bosses. In his half-hour tirade in which he played no records, every morning we do half an hour and we don't play a record, he rallied against them for not paying him and not showing him enough respect. Then there was talk that bosses were considering replacing him with someone younger. Again, this was talk made up by newspapers. However, it was confirmed that he was staying at the station in the big money deal, which upped his previous £630,000 a year salary. No, it's not. Moyles took over the Radio and Breakfast Show in January 2004. If he stays until the golden handcuff deal runs out, it's not a golden handcuff deal, he will be Radio 1's longest-serving breakfast show DJ. No, I already am. That said, though, it's a perfectly written piece, and a credit to you, Lucy. Congratulations.
Nice photos.
Nice photos.
Photos are good, actually.
But nice photos.
Yeah.
So basically, we got slated by the Mail, who accused me of being too old for having a teenage band on the show and an orchestra and me turning up, which I didn't, in a suit, but I did wear a suit. So there is nothing that I could possibly do. If I invented a cure for cancer and the common cold, the Daily Mail would probably still say that I am a scumbag and put a picture of me with a headline that is a pun on me being overweight. But thank you very much, and thanks for all your support. It's 10 to 10!